What is up YouTube, I'm Royal and today we're playing Akali mid lane versus Lux. We're actually in a pretty high elo game. Everyone in this game is Grandmaster or Challenger except me and Varus. So you've seen me stomp low elos, you've seen me stomp master tier players, and now you're gonna see me stomp the best of the best as we make our way to Sovereign. So for those interested, here is my rune page and kind of the item build that I'm going for this game. Let's jump straight into the gameplay where I'll show you how to dominate the game with Akali. Akali's laning phase was recently buffed pretty hard by Riot by making her first ability energy costs be quite a bit lower in the beginning stages, allowing Akali to be a lot stronger in the early game so she doesn't immediately run out of energy by using one ability. So the Lux matchup is fairly easy. She does have a substantial advantage on us before level 3, but once we get level 3 and have access to all our spells, we just have to make sure we dodge her first ability and hit our third ability, and we should always destroy her on trades. However, on the first few levels, we need to be very careful to not lose all our HP and get poked down, because that could lose all our tempo in the laning phase and then we'll be in the gutter. So as you can see, I'm playing very passively. I walked up for the first minion to get the minion and Q her and use my first ability on her at the same time. And now I'm just peacefully last hitting and just trying to get some auto attacks on me. She's level 2, I'm level 1, so I have to be careful. And I immediately get hit by her first ability and third ability. I was not careful. I'm gonna walk up and get my level 2. Now with my Shroud, I can be a little more aggressive with trades. She hits me with her first ability, but thankfully I'm able to get away before her third ability comes off cooldown. I've already lost a lot of my HP, so I'm definitely not playing this lane optimally. However, it's okay. She's gone electrocute and she hasn't managed to proc it because she's not really going in for those auto attacks, which is a mistake on her part. Once she hits her first ability, she should definitely walk up for auto attacks. And now she misses her first ability, and that gives me a chance to be a lot more aggressive. She goes for her shield, but even through her shield, I do like 80% of her HP. That's how strong early game Akali trades can be, especially with electrocute. And now she misses out on the cannon minion. So the enemy team is doing a bit of an invade. Evelyn has to back, Varus has to back, so I don't feel like I can do a lot. However, Alistar keeps pinging, and the enemy team is staying around for the blue buff, which is very, very greedy. My team's coming up, and they're getting a little greedy, so I'm gonna engage from the flank with my third ability, and I'm gonna get some beautiful first abilities on all three of them multiple times. I'm gonna be able to clean up the Kai'Sa, clean up the Thresh, get the double kill, and now I'm gonna leave it up to my team to kill Twitch, just to make sure that I don't die. I do miss a few minions mid because I wasn't able to push the wave. However, that's definitely a worthwhile trade since we were able to get 2 kills and an assist. The enemy team was definitely greedy. Even after getting the blue buff, they were probably okay, but they got greedy and tried to kill the Alistar. He hit a great knock-up. I was able to get a lot of AoE damage with my first abilities, and the enemy team did do a massive throw, even though that invade worked out great at the beginning. Now that we're level 5, we definitely have the potential to destroy this Lux. However, we still need to be a little careful because I have Twitch jungle and she could be mid at any time. And the wave is pushing towards her, so there isn't much we can do in terms of fighting her. However, my Evelyn is ganking top, so I'm going to start walking top in case there's something for me to clean up. And look at that, there is. There's a very low HP Kai'Sa. I'm going to ward for Twitch and just easily pick off the Kai'Sa that's basing. I don't even need to use my ulti, which is perfect. Now Lux is actually following me, which is a massive mistake because she cannot follow Akali roams. You definitely cannot. Twitch is here, however I do have my second part of my ultimate, so I'm able to escape him quite quickly. We're all very low HP. Flush hook, however my Alistar gets in the way and blocks it. We could still go in. Alistar flashes out. I'm gonna go back in, kill the Thresh, however the Twitch will take me down. This was very well played by my team, and we're able to pick up another couple kills. Unfortunately, I go down and the wave state is not looking too good for me. I'm gonna go for my double magic pen components and I'm gonna start building into death cap. I would like to point out what Lux did right here, which is a mistake I very often see, which is absolutely terrible. When an assassin roams and you don't have clear vision of where they are, you can't just follow the roam because they could be waiting for you in a bush, and they could easily turn on you instead of roaming and just kill you like I did with the Lux. After I finished up my roam, I just turned on the Lux and just one-shot her because she just walked into me. You cannot do that when you're playing a mage or like a ranged champion versus an assassin. You can't give the assassin an easy assassination like that. Definitely a massive mistake from the Lux. And now we're going back to an even wave. She hits her first ability. I see that this Lux is playing very defensive, so I'm not gonna waste my time trying to all-in her when the wave stays even. I'm gonna have to wait to freeze the wave on her so I have more space, or I can just push the wave and roam. Lux is actually overextending a crazy amount to look for me, I guess. Maybe she was trying to cancel my base, and I'm able to just kill her without even hitting my ulti. I can just walk up on her, hit my first ability and third ability, and she's just gone. And that actually gives me a great opportunity to get some turret platings. Whenever possible, pick up turret platings, they're so OP. So this was such a bad death from Lux because she gave me the kill from... She gave me the gold from the kill, and I'm also getting so much gold from the turret. I've already gotten 2 platings. I'm gonna get a 3rd plating here. And from just one mistake, I have gotten myself over 800 gold. Now my team is gonna be able to easily secure Dragon. And that's first Drake of the game, and that's the Infernal Dragon, which is really, really good for us. So I'm looking to base now because I have 2,000 gold, but my team is pinging Herald. So instead of basing, since I do still have my ulti up, I'm still very strong even without basing because I'm also level 8. Almost level 9. I'm gonna stay. Lux is actually waiting in a warded bush, so she's easily gonna go down. And I'm gonna flash and get my ult off on the Twitch, who flashes away, but it won't matter because I have the second part of my ult. And with the enemy jungler dead, we should be able to easily secure the Herald. However, it seems like my team is going for a gank bot lane. So instead of going for the Herald, I'm just gonna stay mid and finish up this tower. I actually have 3,000 gold on me. I definitely need to spend that gold. Actually, Varus got solo killed by the Kai'Sa in the meantime, top lane. I'm just barely gonna be able to take this turret and dodge Lux's kill shots. I'm gonna push this wave in base. I have 4,000 gold on me this early into the game. I definitely need to spend it. I have more gold on me than I have spent the entire game already. So we're gonna finish up our death cap, get the proto belt, and then get a hunting, guys. So the proto belt is definitely gonna help me this game because the enemies are so afraid of me already because of how fed I am. The proto belt is gonna give me that extra bit of gap closer I need to hit a 3rd ability or hit an ultimate to engage the fights. My Evelyn does a great job of stealing the Herald, and now we can go in. I proto belt 3rd ability, but I immediately focus the Twitch instead of the Thresh. Now I'm gonna follow the Thresh, but it's very hard with his Flay. The turret here is unfortunately still up, but I'm still kinda scouting. I hit my 3rd ability on Lux and dodge her first ability so I can go in, but she flashes away, which is very unfortunate. So even though we do get the kill, we do go down to the turret shots and her ignite. Was this worth it? Probably not, because she got the shutdown. However, we got double her gold. We're more than double her gold. We have over 4,500 more gold than her, even after the shutdown. So it's not a big deal. Luckily, only Lux got the shutdown, and she's so far behind, so it won't be too impactful. It doesn't really bring her back into the game. However, this is a mistake that you want to avoid. When you're this fed, you don't just want to be giving away your shutdown easily. Next item we'll be getting is Rift Maker. Now, my team is pushing both side lanes, so there's nowhere really for me to be other than mid. So I'm going to go push in the mid wave and then see what plays I can do. Ideally, I don't want to be mid anymore. I want to be in a side lane. So I'm going to push down the mid wave. And I'm just looking if maybe I can help Garen assassinate this Twitch. However, Thresh and Jax are there, so we're going to play it safe and back a little off. Ideally, I want to be in a side lane, like I said. Unfortunately, my ADC is in the side lane, Varus, and he does 1v1 again to Kai'Sa. So Kai'Sa might be a big problem in this game. She's very strong already. So now we're going to push mid and make our way to the side lane, which is where I should be from the beginning. In these cases, I should probably just ping my ADC away so I can go to the solo lane. So we're going to push up. We do have Alistar shadowing us here. So if we catch someone now, it's going to be an easy fight with the Alistar knockup. I might keep pushing the wave, maybe try and bait someone to walk up. And here comes Kai'Sa. with the Alistar knock-up, I can hit my third ability very easily. I still have the second part of my ult to escape. So we're gonna be just fine. So we pick up a very valuable kill on Kai'Sa because she was starting to get a few kills. And now we're gonna set her far behind. What are these builds? I just realized. Why is Jax building? That's an awful build. He has no attack speed on his build. He has terrible items. Hullbreaker rush into Riftmaker is awful. And what is that Kai'Sa build, bro? She has Armor Pen and then Wit's Ends. Like the two items that don't synergize at all. Awful build from the enemy team. This is what Grandmaster and Challenger looks like? Oof. If that's what Grandmaster and Challenger looks like, we're gonna be getting to Sovereign real quick. Protobelt third ability, gonna be able to hit it and clean her up, follow up with a flash first ability. That was a clean combo. And I barely survived too. And my team was able to completely clean up the rest of the enemy team. I wasn't even needed. Like I say in a lot of my videos, when you get a lot of kills, when you're backing off before you base, obviously get the objective first after getting a lot of kills, but before you base, counter jungle the enemy jungle if you can. That was a very clean combo on the Kai'Sa, goddamn. We're gonna push the side lane wave as well before we base, to get just a little bit extra gold. And now we're probably gonna start finishing up our Infinity Orb. My team is very overextended. This is what you don't want to do. After you get some kills, you get the objective, you farm their jungle, you don't want to chase more kills. Like this Evelynn and this Alistar probably have like 2,000 gold each that they haven't spent. And they're going for a fight from the enemy team that just came out of base. Full HP, full mana, all their cooldowns up. So it's a fight you don't want to take. And to punish our Evelynn, we're going to take her farm. It's not to punish her, that's a joke. Obviously, I'm taking the blue buff because I need blue buff. And I took the wolves because there's nothing else for me to do on the map, so it would be a waste not to take them. Always gather resources. You need to keep that gold per minute up. Varus got caught, unfortunately. Kai'Sa has those double buffs that I really want, so I'm just gonna proto build, get into my ulti range, and at this point she's dead. So a clean little combo. She actually did a lot of damage. Like if she had flash and she could dodge my... She doesn't have flash because she used it before at the same time as me. And that's important to note, obviously, as an assassin, so keep track of flashes when you assassinate. But she doesn't have flash, but if she did, she could dodge my second ability, my second part of my ultimate, and then maybe kill me if I missed. Like, she would need to flash my ulti, and then sidestep my third ability. So even though I'm this fed, it's not a guaranteed kill on Kai'Sa. She can outplay me. However, she didn't have flash, we traded flash at the same time, and I remember that, I took note of that. I'm looking if Varus wants the red buff, but it seems like he doesn't, so I'm just gonna take it. Refresh mine. And since we cleaned up the enemy Twitch and Jax is in the side lane, good pick from my team to clean up the enemy jungler, and Jax is in side lane, this should be a very easy dragon for us. We're gonna go ahead and take that. Thresh actually hooks our Alistar, so we're gonna proto build an ulti on him. However, we miss our third ability, and it's not looking like we can get good engage off anymore. Our Alistar kind of gets caught again, but we're able to back off with no deaths. However, I see great opportunity in my third ability on Kai'Sa, and I just completely one-shot her. No ult needed. We're gonna be able to clean up the Thresh. Flush third ability on the Lux. However, the Twitch is there to clean us up under turret, which is a bit of a mistake from me. I got cocky. However, I didn't anticipate the Twitch, so that's a mistake on my part. What's very important to note is my positioning on the Kai'Sa kill. I went to a good positioning, anticipating Kai'Sa to walk by there, and I was able to hit an easy third ability. And that's how you want to play assassins, right? You want to get into those positions where the enemy doesn't expect you and you're able to get one-shots. Now my team is just pushing in with the Baron minions. Oof. She fails the one-shot because of the quick Twitch flash. But with all three lanes pushing with Baron minions and the enemies just respawning, we're gonna be able to get a few inhibitors and make this game a lot easier to close out in the future. Varus gets caught again. This Varus is like always getting caught, but like it makes sense. He's the only master tier player in this game other than me. So it doesn't make sense why his performance is kind of mid. He's playing above his elo right now. We're gonna take blue buff again. Blue buff super important on energy champions. It's really good on Kennen, really good on Akali, very good on Zed. Lee Sin doesn't need it as much, but blue buff definitely very good on energy champions. The enemy's doing red buff. I also see Jax. I can maybe go on Jax here with my third ability. He's pretty tanky. However, I can definitely take him down. But Kai'Sa is here too. I'm gonna ult the other way. I hit my third ability on Kai'Sa. However, I kind of misplayed my combo here. I would have died 100% because I'm super overextended and this is a mistake. But looking at the mechanical aspect of it, I should have auto-attacked first ability and then ulti to really get the execute damage off. However, I didn't do that. I just went in and inted, and this was definitely a mistake. Like, I should not be engaging those fights when I don't have any information on where the enemy team is. They collapsed on me as 3 people when I was only anticipating Jax and maybe Kai'Sa. So definitely a mistake on my part. Now my team's getting caught, and this could be bad. We could lose the dragon because of my mistake. However, Jax is bot lane right now, so it's still a 4v4 without me. So let's see how my team does on the 4v4. Was I carrying them the entire time, or were they actually good? Oh, we got the Kai'Sa. Yeah, but like, I take credit for that, right? I got her ultimate and I got her her shield from shield bow. So I see my team has it under control, so I'm gonna go and stop the Jax split push. He's actually quite a bit overextended, and I can definitely kill him. So we're just gonna go in and wow, my damage is insane. Even without Void Staff and without the Rift Maker being procced, I just did so much damage to him through his ulti too. No chance for the Jax. So now with all the enemies dead, we should be able to end the game. The timers are really high, it's only Thresh. If you guys are enjoying these types of videos, please leave a like, leave a comment what champion I should play next, and subscribe for more Wild Rift content. Let's see if we can actually kill the Thresh while he defends. Okay, the Garen is tanking for us, so we should be able to destroy him. The Kai'Sa is still alive too, actually. How long did that Garen tank the Nexus for? Wow. Okay, well, thanks for watching, boys. See you on the next one.